Hello, and welcome to Math 8, Unit 1A, Lesson 6. So today our objective is that scholars will be able to determine if a triangle is a right triangle by checking the lengths. So let's talk about that. So first of all, what does side length have to do with the type of triangle? So there are two different ways to classify triangles. That means just to sort them. So first we can do it by the side lengths. So we know that an equilateral triangle, all the sides are the same. In an isosceles triangle, two sides are the same. And in a scalene triangle, only one side. None of the sides are the same length. We can also classify triangles by the angles, by the types of angles. And that's what we're doing today. We're going to classify by the angles. There are acute triangles. Acute triangles, all the angles are less than 90 degrees. Then we have right triangles. And in right triangles, you have one angle that is exactly 90 degrees. Finally, we have obtuse. And in obtuse triangles, you have one angle that is greater. I got this the wrong way. Did the other one the wrong way too. It's greater than 90 degrees. So this one over here should say less than 90 degrees. Okay? So obtuse is greater than 90 degrees. It has one angle that's greater than... And remember, a 90-degree angle looks like a quarter. We note it by putting this little quarter there. That tells us it's exactly 90 degrees. So, what is a right triangle? It must have a 90-degree angle. Notice say a 90-degree angle. Remember that the angles inside a triangle always add up to 180 degrees. So, one angle must be exactly 90 degrees. The other ones can't be. They have to be less than that. It can be isosceles. You have two sides are the same length. Or it can be scalene. It can have three different sides. The sides must have a specific relationship. And this is the relationship. The longest side, which is the hypotenuse. By the way, the longest side is always directly across from the right angle. Must be equal to the sum of the squares of the other two sides. That sounds weird, right? So basically what it's saying is this side, the hypotenuse, if I square it, then it is equal to this side squared plus this side squared. We're going to do some practice with this. If it's a right triangle, that must be true. If that's not true, it is not a right triangle. So, can you tell if this is a right triangle for each of these? So, let's start with this one over here. First of all, this one over here. First of all, I need to identify, here's my right angle, or what might be my right angle. How do I know that? Because across from it is the longest side. Notice I have my side lengths are 5 centimeters, 4 centimeters, and 3 centimeters. The longest side has to, if it's a right triangle, then the longest side would be my hypotenuse. So that has to be that. So I'm going to say, it doesn't matter if it's A and B. I'll call this one A and this one B. Just because, shortest is longest. So I have A squared plus B squared equals C squared. Well, A I said was 3. So 3 squared plus B is 4. So 4 squared equals 5 squared. Remember when we square a number, we multiply it times itself. So 3 times 3 is 9. 4 times 4 is 16. 5 times 5 is 25. So 9 plus 16 is 25. So I have 25 equals 25. So this one is a right triangle. Okay, let's try this next one. Change color so you can tell which one I'm working on. So here, my longest side is 12. So that will have to be side C. And then I'll make this side A, this side B. Again, which side is A and B doesn't matter so much. So again, I have A squared plus B squared equals C squared. In this case, A is 6. So I have 6 squared plus B is 10. 10 squared equals C is 12. So 12 squared. 6 times 6 is 36. Plus 10 times 10 is 100. And 12 times 12 is 144. So I'm going to add up my sides A and B. So I end up with 136 equals 144. However, that is not true. That means this is not a right triangle, because the side lengths don't work. That's how we can use the sides to tell. Let's try 2 more examples real quick. Okay, so let's try these examples. So here, again, my longest side must be my hypotenuse. That'll be my side C. Here's side A and B. So I have A squared plus B squared equals C squared. You notice every time I start by writing that. So side A is 2, so I have 2 squared plus side B is 2. 2 squared equals side C is 4. 4 squared. Well, 2 squared is 4. 2 squared is 4. 4 squared is 16. So I end up with 8 equals 16, which is not true. So this one is not a right triangle. And then let's try this last one. Again, longest side is 10. So that becomes C, A, B. So again, every time I'm going to start with A squared plus B squared equals C squared. Just remember what I'm doing. Here, side A is 6. So I have 6 squared plus 8 squared equals 10 squared. Well, 6 times 6 is 36. Plus 8 times 8 is 64. 10 times 10 is 100. 36 plus 64 is 100. So I have 100 equals 100. So this is a right triangle. Again, that's all you have to do to check these. So go ahead and do your work, and I will see you in class.